Hello folks, and welcome back to another edition of BC Renovation Magazine. So today's video we are going to have a look at what I do to prepare a shower for ceramic tile. So we're in the ensuite bath here in our mobile home renovation project, and we've done some work to get up to this point to get ready to tile. And so I just want to, kind of go over, what I've done here to prepare for, the tile. And so, after we did our plumbing and installed our base here, we got all the, the plumbing part of it done. And then what we did was we applied a layer of tile backer. Basically, we went over the old drywall, and you can see here how we have this this edge here. And so this, this 1/2 inch thickness is the new material, which is the DensShield tile backer, and this material is the old drywall. So there's a couple reasons that I do that instead of taking all the old drywall out. What it does is it just makes everything a bit thicker there, and it just solves a lot of problem with the transition from one to the other. It's the way I do it, and it works well for me. So we've installed these panels on both sides of the shower. So now this shower is going to get we're going to be putting a 4-inch by 16-inch white subway tile on those two walls over there. And this particular base, we're going to have a glass panel on the end wall here between the shower and the toilet here. And then over here we're going to have a sliding glass door that's going to slide in behind another panel here, which is going to be, this will be all glass. So the two front sides of this shower are going to be glass, and then the two inside walls are going to be tile. We have a bathroom vanity over here as well, and the bathroom vanity will be getting a tile backsplash around the back here. And so we're going to be tying the tile backsplash into the tile here for the shower. So what we're going to be doing is, when we did our taping and all the drywall and filling and painting and all that, we finished this edge and we finished it back a bit into the shower. And we're going to be running the shower, this wall here of shower tile is going to be coming right out to this corner here, and then coming down the corner, and then here it's going to meet with the backsplash from the counter here. On this edge, we had a raw edge here, and what we did is we put an L trim on and we taped that all in. And again, when we put this first coat of paint on here, we painted around, just have a finished place to work up to here. So here, the ceramic tile is going to come across this wall, and it will come to this edge, and we'll finish the tile right on this edge here. All right, so the tile is going to go a little bit out past the shower. So on the base, the shower, this wall is going to install about here, this glass panel, and so the tile is going to stand past the glass panel. So our glass panel is going to be on finished tile. Okay, we kind of have the same thing over here. The shower door is going to come basically down the middle of this threshold here and about here. And so the tile is going to go up to the vanity and finish in all around here with tile. So this material is DensShield, and now folks, there's a lot of different ways of doing things, and oh boy, when you get into tile, everybody has an idea about tile. And if you watch a lot of the home improvement shows, there's a lot of Schluter product going on and all this kind of stuff. This is the way I do it. If you have a different way of doing it, that's fine. Just do it the way you do it. I have done dozens of showers over the years, and I use all kinds of products. I've used a cement board. I've used a lot of different ways and materials to do these showers, and I've been doing these showers like this now for the last 4 years, and it works. That's all I can say. I have no problems with this. So this material is DensShield, and this DensShield is a gypsum-based product, and basically what it is gypsum, and it's covered with a fiberglass kind of a mesh. I'll give you a close-up of the label here. Now, I'm not sponsored by DensShield. I have no affiliation with DensShield. I don't make any money from DensShield. I like their product, and if I like someone's product, I will let people know about it. So this works well for me. It comes in 32 by 60 inch panels, and so then you cut it to fit, and you can see how we've arranged them here. We've laid the panels horizontally. DensShield is an approved tile backer. It does carry a warranty. You know, it's a good product. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not cement board, it's not Schluter, it's not all that blah blah blah. It's just something that works. So what I do is, after I apply my DensShield, it's just like putting on drywall, and it's you know, it's attached with these screws. I use what's called a rock screw. This is a screw that is used for that cement board. And I like these screws because they are a little bit bigger head on them, and they also are ceramic coated, so they'll stand up. They're not going to rust on you. I don't glue them or anything. You know, as a rule, I don't glue these panels on. I just screw them on. But we do have joints, and so we have joints. You know, down the corner we have a joint, and then we have these horizontal joints. Okay, you can see at the top there where the panels meet the ceiling, and we have a joint as well. All right, you don't worry too much about up at the top there, because you know, there should be no water getting up there. If you have water getting up there, you're getting a little crazy in the shower. So you know, we don't worry too much about that. The tile's just going to go right up to the ceiling, and it will be finished with you know, tile and grout. So we don't do anything there. But you can see what I've done here is I've applied this fiberglass tape. All right, and this is a tape that's kind of sticky. It comes in these rolls. All right, and this is actually a product for you know, people use in drywalling instead of paper tape. And if you watched my series on finishing interior walls, I said I don't use this, and I actually showed you where someone had used this in this home and it had failed, and you know, we had to fix that. So I don't use this for drywalling, like on walls, but I do use it in the showers. Okay, so this is we have the DensShield, which is a fiberglass panel. We have which is fiberglass tape. And I don't know if this is a necessary step or not, but I just kind of like to get everything sealed up. I like to have these cracks sealed, just in case, you know, any water gets in behind the tile, you know, it's going to shed it. You know, this is waterproof type material. If you've done your tile correctly and are maintaining it correctly, you shouldn't have any water getting in behind it. If you're getting water in behind your tile where it's getting to this point, you have a problem with your tile. Okay, nothing's going to fix that. Eventually it's going to fail. It doesn't matter what you have underneath it. If the water is getting in there, it's going to fail. So I've gone ahead, I've put that green tape on there, fiberglass tape, and on the bottom here, I've got a really bright light coming through the window here, but on the bottom where this meets here, the DensShield meets the shower, there's a lip on the shower, a flange. And what that flange is it, you know, gives us a place to screw the base into the framing, and you can see there we have screws, and these are stainless steel screws down here. So, but there is a gap between the DensShield and that flange. So what I do down here is I put this fiberglass mesh tape over that gap. Okay, the flange is in behind the DensShield. The DensShield comes out proud of the flange, and I'm going to be filling this. Okay, it's the same all the way around. Now the product that I'm going to use to fill this with is this product that's called Simple Set. Simple Set's just a brand name. You can use anything you want, but basically what this is a pre-mixed thin set mortar, and it's just like drywall mud. spreads on with like drywall mud, just with, you know, the drywall knife. And but this is a cement based filler, and what this does, it's gonna do is I'm gonna smoosh it into those joints. The fiberglass tape is gonna help to reinforce it so that it's gonna all hold together, and it's gonna get hard, and it's gonna get like hard as a rock, hard like concrete. So the whole inside of this then is gonna be tight. There'll be none of these gaps will be here. Then what I will do is once we get that all done and we're ready for tile, then I will be using a mastic for applying this tile. Okay, and a lot of people are going to say, oh, you should be using thin set to set your tile. We're going to do some thin set on floors, but we're not going to. We're going to use you know, there we'll use thin set, but here on the walls we're going to use mastic. For the type of tile that we're going to use, a mastic is the one that we're going to use. Again, there's lots of different ways to do this. There's a lot of people that have ideas that they think they know how to do tile better than everybody else. More power to them. This is how we do it. And I can tell you, after many showers, we've never had a problem with this. Alright, so I'm going to get my thin set ready here. I'm going to start spreading, and then I'll kind of show you what this looks like once we get that all spread out. Stay tuned. Okay folks, so I've got this all applied here, and this is what it looks like when we're all done here. Okay, you can see I didn't do anything along the ceiling. I'm not worried about that. When I install the ceramic tile, it's going to go up to the ceiling and it'll get grouted in there, so we're not worried about that. But you can see now how all those joints in the den shield are, you know, they're filled and it's tight. Okay, you can see along the bottom here the flange. Now you can see how we've got a, you know, that gap is filled. Now when we put our tile down, the tile's going to come down and sit right onto the apron, the fiberglass apron there. Okay, actually this is acrylic, so there'll be no gap in behind there. There'll be no place for water to creep in. So the weak points in your tile job are going to be along, you know, anytime the tile meets a different material, which happens here, also in the corner, because your tiles come together and they meet in the corner. Now that's, you know, when we get to the tile, that will be, you know, the corners will eventually get, they get grouted and they get caulked, but it is a weak point. So a lot of people wouldn't do this step. I like to do it because, like I say, to me it's just a little bit of insurance that if water does get back in there, it's not going to get back into the framing. So again, if you have water getting in behind your tile, and no matter what you have behind there, your tile is going to fail. What this does is it just keeps it you know, out of the framing, so that just your tile is going to fail and you're not going to have big problems on your wall. By the time water gets back into the wall, when you do it like this, your tile is going to be long gone and falling off, and you're going to have to repair it. So again, your tile, the water tightness of a shower really comes down to the tile, the grout, and how you maintain it. You have to put sealers on your grout, you know, which is an ongoing thing, you know, to keep it from getting into the wall behind. To be honest with you, back in the old days, I mean, I'm talking 40 years ago, when we used to do houses, we just put drywall underneath our tiles, not in the showers, but in tubs, you know, tub surrounds, and we would put the drywall on backwards. I don't know why we did it backwards, but that's the way we did it back then. And you know, those showers, you know, they lasted a long time before they actually would start to fail. You know, everything fails eventually, and nothing lasts forever. So originally, you know, this home had drywall in the showers and around the tubs, and you know, this thin little plastic glue on tub surrounds on top of that. And so this, you know, in a mobile home, this is a big step up, a really big step up from you know, from what was here originally. All right, So the other bathroom is the tub. You know that it's going to be done in basically the same way, except we have a tub instead of a shower base. It'll get done the same way. We're going to get into this. This is the floor in here. These are the floor tiles we're going to put here. And if you've been watching along with us, following along with us, we're going to put a heated floor in this bathroom. And here's the wires and stuff for that. It's been roughed in. This is our point here. We're going to have the thermostat for the floor. So we're going to have a video on that as well coming up. So lots coming up, folks. So stay tuned. This little bathroom is going to come together here all of a sudden, and it's going to be quite interesting. It's going to be a pretty nice little bathroom for for a mobile home. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Bye bye.